Uh, See, in a normal military understanding, any country, capturing of capital city, getting inside the, built-up area, getting the knockdown from javelin and type of missile, which is very accurate, which is a fire and forget missile. No one do it. Even a chap who has got 15, days military training, he will not think about it. So it is very simple. They have not gone for the capture. They have gone for the siege of, both in the major towns in the north. Whether it is, Kharkiv or Kiev. What they are doing it. The first phase of operation as brought out by General Bakshi. 800 military targets. 800. They have hit by precise, 11 airfields. Now what they are doing it? They are hitting their power, oil, gas, wherever there is, reserve. Mind you, complete pipeline of gas and oil comes from Russia. They have to maintain a pressure to supply it to Europe. 2015 onwards, Ukraine has not been taking directly from Russia, but buying it back from Europe. Now what they did it, in 2018, they carried out, actually Russia says they have done the theft part of, they took the gas, filled up their, all, their reserve. They have taken the oil, put their reserves. Now Russia is in the second phase of hitting. They are hitting all gas line, all pipelines. They are hitting all reserves, wherever the dumps are there. In the southwest of Kiev, there is a huge, dump which has been hit day for yesterday. And you can see this black cloud which is going into the area of Kiev. And what the Ukrainians are saying, what the NATO narrative is coming, that is a chemical attack. It is a very simple that they are going for those infrastructure which is going to cripple completely. They do not have to capture. They have, this power will go. You wait for some time because there is no pressure on which they will maintain. The vehicles will come to the hall. All the trains which are moving because there will be no supply. There are your nuclear plants which is actually generating maximum your energy for electricity. They have captured one. They do not want to destroy because they have to physically capture. There are 3 more. And Ukraine has got a capacity to only generate 25% of its electricity. The coal which is coming from the Donbas area is all stopped because the mines are there. So, Ukrainian president is actually trying to impose this delay for and also carrying out all this thing to his own people. It is very fantasy to, pick up an arm and show in the national, in the social media that people are going to, fight for the country. It's very good. Nationalism, very good. But the matter of the fact is that it is a very simple military, and he is saying, don't join NATO, be neutral. Why can't they say, okay, let's spend it for 5 years or 1 year, and let's talk. Why you are trying to make this? Because NATO is not putting the people on, the boots on ground. NATO is fighting a proxy war. A proxy war where the people, innocent people of Ukrainians, and in exuberance, it is very fantasy. You can't play a fantasy game. Russians are not going to enter any city. They are not going to target any civilian, knowingly. They are restrained, which is not in their nature. And this is, I give a salute to those generals who were able to preclude down to the last man that you do not hit civilians. There was a young girl who was in the street abusing, threatening to a Russian soldier. He didn't say. Remember what happened in Vietnam? One naked girl running and Americans shooting them. And that changed the complete Vietnam War. So the things are moving in the terms, maybe a delay. We are in hurry, 72 hours, 48 hours. But if he has to achieve the military aim in the way, the Putin, and I give him, he is not going the way that General Bakshi was saying, which is his doctrine. He has changed the complete doctrine. And if they will able to break the morale of the Russian forces, whether they refuse to do something, then it may be a something ball game altogether.